Welcome to another episode of Rise, Reclaim, and Renew. Hi, I'm your host, Joni Elizabeth. Welcome, beautiful soul. Today we are going to be talking about, I'm titling this When Life Comes Crashing Down, Rebuilding Your Life After Age 50 and Older, Finding Your Way Back to Yourself. Life happens. People change, you go through divorce, breakup of a relationship, maybe loss of a job, your financial resources, just lots of different changes. Years ago, I had this happen to me and it was terrifying. I had been working full-time subcontracting for a man. Everything was going well for a year. I was really enjoying the job. I started to watch behavior changes in him that I didn't understand. I've come to learn that he is a narcissist. He was belittling of people on the team to the point where at one point I did resign because I was like, I cannot represent somebody who treats people like that. Long story short, I had been getting paid and on time. Everything was going well. And then all of a sudden, payments weren't coming in. And I would call and ask, when's payment going to be released? He would have a lot of different reasons or excuses and keep me dangling on the line. Meanwhile, I was getting worried. Money was not coming in, but yet I was earning the money. I had to call my mortgage company to find out what can I do, and basically was told, sorry, we cannot do anything. This is a very, very hard time in life. I remember down to my last $50. I had made a commitment to meet with, back then I would meet with people in their communities, and it was like 45 minutes away. And I'm like, I'm going on faith and on a prayer because I made a commitment to meet with this person to help them. And going on prayer, I made it back, and just in time for my car to have problems. It literally broke down in my driveway. So here I was, no income coming in, even though I was out working every day, um, trusting how is this going to come together? Jeopardy of losing my home, and these were things that were out of my control. That's why I'm sharing that with you to give you messages of hope. So sometimes life really doesn't always come together the way that you've envisioned or dreamed. Just like my example of me, I was working, I was earning the money. Unfortunately, I will never see that money because that particular person ripped off a lot of different people, and lo and behold, he had a horrific excuse for a lot of different things. That's neither there here nor there, other than to say we have no control over other people. We only have control over how we're going to look at things, what we need to do, and how we can take steps forward to better if we choose. Like I've said for years, you can get better or you can get better. I choose better and happier. So sometimes when life is falling apart slowly or even rapidly or collapsing, loss, divorce, financial strain, maybe health changes, empty nesters, career shifts, betrayal, burnout, they can all hit at midlife. And it's overwhelming because for women, if you're going through those changes, you can have um, anxiety, depression, foggy thinking, irritability, all kinds of things going on. So at 50 plus and older, many people feel like they're, quote, supposed to have it all figured out, unquote. And that expectation can often deepen what you could feel shame and guilt and go into freeze mode or hopeless. So when things fall apart, the moment it feels like life stops and it stops feeling stable for you, often people can have a loss of identity. I don't know who I am anymore. I hear that a lot from people, and I went through that as well. financial fear and instability. We need our basics met in order to then be able to go into thriving. Relationships ending or loneliness, as I said earlier in the podcast, health changes, physical limitations, emotional exhaustion, or burnout. The nervous system, and I have other podcasts on this, often seems to it'll go into survival mode, shock, denial, overwhelm, or numbness. So an internal narrative dialogue in your mind may be something like, I'm too old to start over. I should have done this differently. It's too late for me. Everyone else is moving forward except for me. And I want to make a side note on that. That can feel like that in today's world with all the access to social media to say, why is everybody else moving forward or having fun? Don't they understand that, I'm stuck or having a hard time or, watching so you're not getting into comparing yourself with other people or what you see on social media, because that can give you a false sense of stability. And again, you get to be empowered with your own mind and mindset and having some hopefully good social support. Come into counseling, get a good coach, because you can rebuild your life. So, another point of the narrative that could be going on in your mind, if you're experiencing this currently, is this is where shame often tries to take over the story. So watch that. You hold the pen to your life and you can write even a new positive word today or sentence or paragraph that creates a better story in your life. Here's something I want you to hear. The turning point, learning to have acceptance without resigning that this is all you're going to get. Because I want to tell you, you can create so much better for your life and a firmer foundation today going forward. Acceptance is not giving up. It's seeing reality clearly. The shift from why is this happening to me to what now is possible from here. That gives you a whole different way of thinking and showing up. Reframing midlife not as an ending, but a redirection point. And it is a wonderful time in life to refresh, reset, reclaim, and renew your life. Here's some just practical things that I want you to have with you if you're going through a big transition in your life and unknowns and feeling lost. So rebuilding your life, stabilization comes first, as I said, sleep, food, staying hydrated, and keeping to a basic routine is really helpful and important. Reduce chaos and clutter wherever possible. Focus on even a baby next step, not the whole future, but one little step at a time. Have some emotional grounding. So allow grief without judging yourself. I like to teach people how to be compassionate and kind to their emotions. Name what has been lost. Identify relationships, security, dreams. Stop focusing, or sorry, forcing positivity too early. It's okay. It's healthy to be able to name it, allow it, grieve it, experience the feelings, journal, because you don't want it to stay stuck in your body and in your nervous system. Next, work on reclaiming your identity from who I am now, not who was I. To dream. Who are you right now currently and where do you want to go? Use value-based rebuilding, meaning what matters to you now in this stage of life and what do you envision going forward? Encourage you to rediscover interests, hobbies, having your voice, meaning your boundaries, your creativity, allow yourself to dream, and your passion and your purpose. And again, there are ways to discover that are so amazing and nourishing. And then on financial and life structure, simplify wherever possible. So take a look at your finances or get a financial advisor or a counselor coach. Seek support. Take small, consistent steps to rebuild stability over time. Don't get lost in the whole picture right now, or I need it right now, or fears of you're, 55, 65, 70, now what to say. You can create better. Absolutely. So here's the truth about starting over if you're 50 and older. You're not behind. You're rebuilding now with wisdom and a more solid foundation, one step, one piece at a time. Your experience becomes an asset, not a limitation. You are less likely to repeat patterns you've already survived, and that's why I encourage and passionate about your healing journey. Take the time to heal. Get a trusted, wonderful counselor or coach. It's priceless. I mean, it does cost money, but priceless for your well-being, and to not rely on the internet and um, those things to tell you who you are. I hear more and more people using AI, which can be a tool, not your counselor or coach or your life coach or any of that, because it's not a real human. And it is scary to me that people are tapping into trusting um, artificial intelligence with their life. So I encourage you, use it for a tool, maybe a little map, find a trusted counselor, coach, because human connection and a trained professional is invaluable with helping you to create a better life. And I'm saying that clinically, psychologically, my psychology background, and seeing the difference. Real people, real lives, not a robot or artificial intelligence. That is just a tool. So I hope that that makes sense too. It can be a really good tool and little roadmap, but it should not be ever replace real professional, real connection. And remember, strength at this stage is quieter and more peaceful and deeper. What healing actually looks like, it's really, like I tell people all the time, it's not a straight line, it's not linear. Some days you may feel strong, other days feel like setbacks or a little lost. Progress often looks like fewer panic spirals, better sleep, more clarity in your decisions, stronger boundaries, moments of peace returning, which is amazing. So, in closing, I want to say when life is falling apart, it's not the end of your story. Please remember that you are made for so much more. It's the dismantling of what no longer fits in your life, what maybe used to fit, but it no longer fits now. And you have so much more better things coming. Rebuilding after 50 is not about becoming someone new. It's about returning to yourself, your core self, with more truth, honesty, and freedom. Remember, you don't rebuild overnight, but you do rebuild one step at a time. I hope today's message is very helpful for you, giving you messages of hope, love, and light. And you can do this one step, one day at a time. I believe in you. Much love always. Joni Elizabeth.